Hello everyone, my name is Windi Ayu Wulandari. You can call me Windy. And in this video, I will tell you about the material to develop reading skill. That is narrative text. Before we go to the material, I will explain about reading. One of the skills that we will discuss on this page is reading skills, often also called reading comprehension. Actually, what is reading comprehension? What is the difference between reading comprehension and reading alone? Yes, reading comprehension in learning English is often referred to as reading alone. However, the two actually have slightly different meanings. Reading is an activity that we do to obtain information. So, reading is not only about reading aloud, but also how you can find out the main topic and the ideas contained in it. If we are then given questions related to the reading, it is hoped that we can answer them properly and correctly. So, after knowing the definition of reading, then what is reading comprehension? Reading comprehension is a continuation of reading activities again. Once you are able to understand the ideas contained in it, you should be able to translate the text and express it in your own language. Other people can also understand what is contained in the text through what you say to them. Difficulties that are often experienced when learning to read English. Reading is an activity to see what is written and the process of understanding the contents of the text aloud or silently. Reading and understanding text in English is not as easy as imagined. This is actually a very natural thing for Indonesian people. In fact, English is not the first language we use every day. There are several obstacles or difficulties that are often experienced when studying the reading comprehension segment in English. Some which are the first and most often experienced by students when learning reading in English is the problem of vocabulary. Yes, it is impossible for us to know the whole idea of the text if we don't know the meaning of specific words. However, this should not make you give up and stop learning to read. Second, this is also not a strange thing. Sometimes we are just lazy to read. When we see literature in a language that looks foreign, we tend to stop. Tips for learning English reading comprehension. Number 1. Encourage reading in English. Number 2. Practice a lot of questions. Number 3. Focus on the overall idea. Number 4. Recording difficult words. Number 5. Understanding context. Number 6. Understanding grammar. To improve our reading skills, we can try to increase our reading skills. For example, reading narrative text. Narrative text is a type of story text that is imaginative and also describes a series of events from time to time described from the beginning, middle, and end. Narrative text is a chronological text, which is a text that tells an event in a coherent way. Narrative text consists of several examples. The most common examples of narrative text are tales, folklore, and other fictional stories. I will give you an example of narrative text. The title is True Friends. Once upon a time, there were two close friends who were walking through the forest together. They knew that anything dangerous can happen every time in the forest. So, they promised each other that they would always be together in any case of danger. Suddenly, they saw a large bear getting closer toward them. One of them climbed a nearby tree at once. But, unfortunately, the other one did not know how to climb up the tree. So, being led by his common sense, he laid down on the ground breathless and pretended to be a dead man. The bear came near the one who was lying on the ground. It smelled his ears and slowly left the place because the bears don't want to touch the dead creatures. After that, the friend on the tree came down and asked his friends that was on the ground, "Friend, what did the bear whisper into your ears?" The other friend replied, "Just now, the bear advised me not to believe a false friend." After reading the text, it can be concluded that the contents of the text tell the story of two friends who are walking in the forest, promising to always be together under any circumstance, even though there is a danger. But suddenly there was a bear. One of them who could climb a tree left his friend who could not climb a tree. And moral of the story, a true friend in need is a friend indeed. This is an explanation of the development of reading skills. Thank you for attention.